is up, everybody, and welcome back to another NBA 2K18 My Career game. Before tonight's game against the Toronto Raptors, Lavar Ball was texting us, and Lavar Ball was talking about signing Denny Tice to the Big Baller brand. He must have liked what he saw with Denny Tice hitting that game winner against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Denny Tice still doesn't have a shoe deal signed yet, but look at this, a couple hours later, on the same day, Lavar Ball's talking about, yeah, you're not a big baller and Lonzo's better, and I don't know what his deal was. He was just talking about signing us. I don't know if this dude's bipolar or what. At the end of the day, our focus tonight is winning the game for the New York Knicks and not Lavar Ball. So we can run his mouth, but after the game we'll worry about that because, like I said, we don't have a shoe deal signed right now. At the beginning of the story mode, we declined initial offers to sign with one of the big four shoe companies as we take the jumper right there. Unfortunately, not able to get it to go. So yeah, we'll let the shoe deals sign themselves, and there's a little bit of interest in the Big Baller brand. We'll just see what kind of offers they have, what kind of incentives come along with signing with any sort of shoe deal we can get. Right now, we're trying to deal with one of the best backcourts in the NBA of Lowry and DeRozan, as Kyle Lowry decides, I don't really care about your contest. I'm going to make that shot anyways as we find Porzingis, and he sticks the mid-range jumper wide open. Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan, ever since they've been paired together in Toronto, have been a devastating unit. Not a team that you think, hey, they're going to win the NBA Finals. You actually never think that about the Raptors, but at the same time, in the regular season, you never want to play this team because these guys can put up numbers. Lowry's one of the best defensive point guards in the league as we get a steal from him right there. So we got our hands full on both ends of the court as Kristaps Porzingis knocks down that jumper right there. It's amazing the things this guy Kristaps Porzingis can do. But right now, Lowry, he was not in my face at all. I thought Lowry would give me that bulldog mentality and just rough me up. But he was sagging off the entire first quarter. And you know what? That was getting in my head. I think his strategy is working because I'm shooting 28% right now, and the majority of those shots are just Lowry sagging off. Look at this. That's way too much space. You guys see the coverage wide open every single time we take it, but for the most part, I was not making that shot. So, you may say, Kyle Lowry had the best mindset coming in this game, saying, hey, this rookie cannot hit his jump shot. I'm going to sag off until he hits it as well. That was not a 3, it was a deep 2, but he's still able to knock down the shot and get us our assist nonetheless, as I don't think Norman Powell's really a DeMar DeRozan, but DeMar DeRozan is a DeMar DeRozan, so yeah, Powell can't make that shot, but you give it to DeMar DeRozan, he can knock down pretty much any mid-range shot you give him. His game has developed so much, and last year he had a career year as Denny Tice. Perfect release on that jump shot, and we're in a little bit of a duel with these Raptors right now as DeRozan actually gets stripped of the ball. Porzingis dribbling up to Tice. Lowry up ahead, pull-up jumper, able to stick it with the space Lowry gave us by protecting the paint. Ball moving around. We just got to make sure one of those two guys does not have the ball in their hands, Lowry or DeRozan. They've been on the court at the same time for the most part in this game as we try to lob it to Hernangomez, but unfortunately the lobs are a little bit toned down this year as DeMar DeRozan with a full head of steam. An ill-fated charge attempt by Denny Tice left DeRozan free to throw it down as Lowry holding his ground in the paint. Melodo's got our back from behind, gets the jumper, gets our assist. Lowry trying to do all he can to stay ahead. We're just, man, he just keeps sagging off every single time. That's the last one. That's the last one, I promise my team. I can't take any more of those. I'm going to shoot us out the game. As you see, Melo in deep post positioning on CJ Miles, and Melo going to fade away and hit it. This Raptors team, they're trying to retool a little bit. They're not going to rebuild. They're not destroying their team like the Atlanta Hawks have said, hey, we can't be LeBron the Cavs. We're just going to tank. We're just going to plummet our team as Melo knocks down the three-pointer. They're retooling instead. They've added CJ Miles. They traded for Baca last year and gave him a big contract. They're sticking with Valanciunas as their center, who probably should have had a block right there, but thankfully for us, they called a foul as we're dancing, we're prancing, we're passing, and Melo's going to hook it over CJ Miles. And DeRozan trying to catch the lob, but Courtney Lee breaks it up a little bit too high for DeMar Tice. This time is blocked cleanly by Valanciunas easily. Jonas didn't even have to jump. Denny Tice still coming right back on the other end, getting a steal. A sloppy game. Can someone finally score? Yes, it's Carmelo Anthony who's starting to heat up as this game goes on. DeMar in the post, fading away. DeMar DeRozan isolating like that on one side of the court. That's pretty much GG. DeMar doesn't really miss in those kind of situations as Carmelo Anthony taking it all the way to the rim. Melo doesn't have that quick first step that he had once in his career as DeRozan. Oh, this guy, he is crazy talented. His athleticism combined with his, I mean, not his three-point jumper, but his mid-range jumper. He's damn near unstoppable on some nights when he's got it going on, as we knock down that jumper in the middle right there. We're still not really having the best shooting game, 40% from the field. Porzingis, though, he and Melo are having big-time games. Every once in a while, your rookie's not going to be his best. All right, that's just the way it is. I'm a rookie. But that's why you have these veterans. That's why you have these stars like Carmelo and Porzingis. And our big three is one of the best in the league right now, all right? It's just facts. We have one of the better records in the NBA, and I feel confident in our unit that we could go into any court, any given night, and compete. After that game against the Cavaliers, I truly believe, you know what, we are at that point. Not that we're the best team, but that we can compete with any team, as Powell at the end of the shot clock not going to get it to go. Denny Tice rising up to get that rebound. That was one of those Russell Westbrook rebounds right there, as Noah going to take it all the way to the rim. Where O'Quinn probably could have gotten it, but they let me get it so I can run the fast break, as Kuzminskas gets the steal. Tice for three. Not going to get it to go. That jumper is still a little bit of an issue right now, as Lowry, I don't know if he's trying to draw a charge or what, but Wells gets the kick, gets the shot. We're up by 5. Start of the fourth quarter, going to the bench, 2-point lead. Pretty much the same thing, and it looks like we're going to be playing the last 5-minute stretch of the game, as Ibaka is called for the foul on Porzingis. You got to give Porzingis those post touches every once in a while, because he's just a mismatch in there. He's taller than the guy that he is being guarded by, as that shot, man. I mean, I said it was going to be my last one, but those kind of shots I have to take no matter what. I don't care what archetype you are. I don't care if you're a pure slash or a pure rebounder or a pure defender. That mid-range shot has got to be a shot you're able to make unless you're like Tony Allen or something like that. As Lowry gets the ball back, but it's going to be a backcourt violation, so it's a turnover anyways. It's a tie game. Tice! Oh, he gets the friendly roll. Thankfully, the friendly roll. We are shooting 50% from 3. It's really just our mid-range that's failing us right now. And that foul, because that puts the Raptors in the bonus. Lowry, a good free throw shooter. He makes both. Chris stops. Oh, man, that wasn't really too good of a shot. Ibaka gets the rebound. And the Raptors trying to get their home crowd involved. But, oh, DeRozan, once again, they pick the ball back up after Tice forces it loose. But it's a backcourt violation and a turnover. Speaking of turnovers, there's one for Denny Tice. Once again, Raptors, a chance to take the lead. Lowry is off. Quick pull-up. I'm sure his coach would have liked him to slow down the offense. Instead, Tice comes running, gunning, and hitting. Now, here's DeRozan trying to make up for Lowry's mistake, but DeRozan misses now. And once again, we're running on the break with some space, pulling, and not hitting. But Carmelo Anthony's there to tip it home. Melo and Porzingis trying to close this game out. CJ Miles, you know they're looking for DeRozan. Quick spin and take to the rim. Hardaway Jr., he's got some tough assignments. He can't really guard any of these guys. But who can guard Kristaps Porzingis? I don't think it's Serge Ibaka. I don't think Ibaka can handle Porzingis in the post. So we're going to repost. Look at him with that good positioning. And one for Kristaps. He is a good free throw shooter as well with all the other stuff he can do, by the way. As DeRozan nearly gets an and one of his own. Instead, he goes to the line. He converts both. We move this ball around. Under a minute to go in the game. Finding Kristaps. And one again. Ibaka cannot handle this man. And once again, Porzingis goes to the line and makes his free throw. DeRozan back on the other end. That's fine. No threes in that situation. That's all we really needed. We could chew up a lot of clock here. They choose not to foul in a 5-point game. Denny Tice blows by. No one helping. And Tice pretty much puts this game on ice with 16 seconds left. Down by 7. Raptors have no timeouts after that final one is called, and we're not even on the court for the rest of the game. And thankfully, our teammates close the game out, and we get the victory. Tough game, tough environment. The Raptors crowd, they could be a very loud crowd, but we were able to handle the North, able to win the game, and continue the winning streak. We've won a lot of games in a row. This is what, like 5 games in a row or something like that. So we're heating up. This team is at an all-time high right now. It could finally be time for the Knicks to do something good with this franchise for the first time in how many years. Leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe for more NBA 2K18 My Career games. We'll see what happens with Lavar Ball from here on out. We got a game against the Lakers soon, and I'll catch you guys next time as I leave you with the press conference.
Damn. That's my big bro, man. Shout out Sharon, by the way. It's kind of tough to put into words. He's been great to me. Like, he taught me a lot about the game. He taught me how to deal with, like, opposing crowds, how to talk to you guys. He's very knowledgeable about the game as well. And just like a super professional dude, despite what some of you try to say about him.
Congrats on the win, DJ.
Appreciate you, man.
You were in playmaking mode out there today, and it shows in your assist total, which is not always the case. Is that something, is that more of a point of emphasis with the coaches lately?
Yeah, I mean, we want to be an unselfish team. We want to be a team that moves the ball around until we find the best shot, and it really doesn't matter who takes that shot. We don't always live up to that, but tonight we did.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, said what I needed to say. Didn't feel like blabbering on.
Oh, you got places to be.
Oh, you know it.